for your corrections. Today we talked about something. We talked about giving credit to emerging markets. So, starting with Sunhyun, when I was asking about your names, the meaning behind your names, you said it's also a church name, Bible name. So a lot of times we refer to that as a Christian name, but you said your family was Catholic, so maybe your Catholic name, your given Catholic name, because it's like if you're given a name like that, it's kind of like one that you can't change, as you said. And then when we were talking about investing, you said, I don't like risky things. So I always point this out when people tend to overuse the word things. So maybe I don't like taking risks is better. I don't like taking risk. Or I tend to avoid risky things, because if you say I avoid risky things, then you can use things. It will work better that way. Then you said, I regret to invest in Vietnam. I regret investing my money. And then, I regret investing my money in Vietnam. And then you said, I just have to wait. Technically, that is okay. But because you're talking about something that might be for a longer period of time, and for the long haul, I just have to wait it out. Yeah, I just have to wait it out. Yeah. Especially if you have to be patient for a longer time about something, I have to wait it out. Why do my eyes look so dark? Okay, next is Sangmi. You said, my family name means Chinese old country. My family name, I think you meant, is from Old Chinese. Maybe it has an Old Chinese meaning.
Old Chinese meaning is country.
Country. Oh, really? Okay.
The Chinese character means country.
I totally misunderstood that. Really? That's so much more interesting. I'm still learning about it. Sorry. So my family name is from the Chinese term country. Okay. And then you said, I heard that over 100 years ago. Correct me if I said this incorrect, and then I'll correct it again. I heard that over 100 years ago, China Shilla dynasty came to Korea. Is that how you said it?
Over 1,000 years.
1,000, sorry. Okay, 1,000. I just lost a zero. I was typing too fast. So you said, I heard that. This gets quite overused often as well. So maybe I learned that over 1,000 years ago, or as far as I know, or as far as I'm aware. Or you don't have to say it at all. You can just say over 1,000 years ago, the Chinese came over during the Shilla dynasty. Next, you said, as I enjoy staying home to going outside, I introduced some TV programs. So because I would rather stay home than go outside. Because I would rather stay home than go outside, I'd like to introduce some TV programs to you guys. The cast members are common people, so I can empathy to them. The cast members are pretty ordinary people, so I can relate. Yeah, I can relate works better. I can relate. I can watch without serious thought. This is a really good one. I can zone out. Do you know what's zone out? It's like your mind is gone. So I can watch. So you said I can watch without thinking. You just we call that zoning out. Like if I get home, I had a really stressful day and I want to watch something, I'll say I just want to watch TV and zone out. I just let the TV do the thinking for me. Zone out, Z-O-N-E, and then O-U-T, zone out. Now, sometimes zone out can be kind of a negative meaning. Like if you're just at work and you're just like this all day, then somebody might say, wow, why are you so zoned out? Especially if you're hungover. or you have bad news or something. Like your investment went down. Okay, Okay, next is Jimin. You said, especially I heard the news about this. So, again, I heard. So, especially this situation might work better. And then you said because the banking industry in Korea is kind of covered, so they're kind of maybe secretive, or maybe secretive would be better. Next, you said, I have to deal with other people, not just computers or datas. I have to deal with people, not just, I think you can take out computers, not just data. Sometimes I got hurted by others, so hurt without the ed. She wants to say something very nice to her. She expects me to pay compliments to her. Paying compliments is like to say nice things to people. Hyunjung, a few days ago I read an article about importing coal secretly from North Korea. A few days ago I read an article about, now did you mean into South Korea from North Korea?
Into South.
Oh, okay. So a few days ago I read about, and I'm sorry, a few days ago I read an article about South Korean companies importing coal secretly from North Korea, or we'll just say it that way. And then next he said, so they have to assume that all the people should be truthful. When you're talking about the app, I think if I'm correct, this is called faith-based. Like you put your faith into people, like you trust them. So they put their faith into people, into other people that they don't know. And then last you said, or else the customers could be run away, or else the customers could disappear. Jenny, you said, maybe I think in 5 years we may lose the celebrate word, and now it's influencer. Maybe I think pretty soon, I think, because it's hard to say like in 5 years exactly, because it might be now. So I think soon, or in the near future, you said celebrate, did you mean like celebrity?
Word. Word of celebrate.
The word of celebrate, really? World, okay. Okay, so I think in 5 years we may be following influencers might work better, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. Because it's such a new thing. Like I'm still trying to find out like how to like say it and word it.
I would like to say that word of celebrate means going to be disappear soon.
Okay, so the word
new words is coming.
Okay, right, okay. So the words will change. Like, okay, so then the words that we use will evolve. So that we'll start saying influencer instead. Okay, I see what you're saying. That's weird. Living language. Okay, last, it's getting hard to stay the earth. It's getting hard to live here. It's getting harder to live here. Live on Earth, maybe. Live on our planet. Jungmi, as I grow as an adult, I don't have any special nickname. You meant that when you were younger, you had a special nickname, right? So in this case, then I think you could just kind of not really mention the adult part and just say, when I was younger, I had a nickname. Not anymore. Yeah. And then you said, my family name is very unique and it's not popular in Korea. It's rare. Yeah, it's rare. Like a steak. Then you said, I just wanted to correct your pronunciation, decreased and charged. So decreased and charged. Yeah. Yeah. Also on the chart pitch, you said impressively the Brazil and Russia had minus growth rate. So instead of impressively, because usually impressive is like a positive meaning, maybe surprisingly. Surprisingly, Brazil and Russia had a minus. Yeah, their growth rate went into the minus, went into negative. Was negative. And you said about the company that you invested in, the company is going to bankrupt. The company is going under. Going under, yeah. Last, Hannah, one of the first things you said when we were talking about the icebreaker, about our names, you were kind of saying why you call me Hannah, because people had kind of some issues with saying your name. So why do you prefer saying, like people are asking you, why do you prefer calling me Hannah, or why do you prefer saying Hannah? I wanted to make a suggestion because you were talking about your type of work, accelerating startups. I wanted to give you a suggestion that you also try to put them on a fast track, or you try to, is that true? Would you say that you kind of put them on a fast track as a sort of accelerator?
Fast track?
Yeah, fast tracking is like you're trying to speed up the process for them.
Yeah.
Okay. So a fast track or fast tracking, the verb would be like you're trying to speed up something. Fast track would be, I guess, a noun. Yeah. So you're trying to put them on the fast track, or you're trying to fast track those companies. And last, you said, as my experience in Philippines, people always spend out, let their credit go down. As I have experienced in the Philippines, people, maybe people don't watch their spending, or they're not conscious about their spending. And they let their credit suffer. That's a really bad thing. Don't do that. Bad habit. Thank you, everybody, for your time. Bye-bye.